Hello, welcome. What you're about to see is not for the faint-hearted. What you're about to see is what I like to call the scary doors. Good luck. Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Lord, the Underdog Views, and I watched, yesterday, the 25th episode of the Twilight Zone, aka the second season, first episode. Let's just start with, first of all, I didn't upload it yesterday because I kind of forgot about it and I fell asleep again in the evening. And yeah, that's basically it. So let's just start with the Twilight Zone. Oh, by the way, if you hear some noise, show my windows open again because it was 31 degrees today. It's hot. We see a guy. But we hear a guy and see him sing rock and roll, And if you don't specifically know what rock and roll is, Elvis Presley. That's rock and roll. It's not rock. No, it's specifically rock and roll. Rock is more like Queen, you know. There's specific stages. You have rock and roll, then you have rock, you have hard rock, you have metal. And inside the metal, it continues, with subgenres and all that shit, you have from metal, you have from Metallica to maybe something like black metal, or other niche bands. Back to the Twilight Zone. So we hear guys in rock and roll on the stage, and as I thought, he is an impersonator, apparently, for Elvis Presley. The camera zooms a bit in, zooms a bit out, and almost nobody pays attention to him. A waitress walks by, and the camera follows her a bit. Then it goes back to him. Then it goes to a lady that is really into him, and another lady that looked around. Well, she saw that first lady, so very exciting. Then she looked back, and she looked at the guy on stage. Back to him, and after singing, he goes off stage, and he is now in his dressing room in front of a mirror. There, he takes off his sideburns and sticks them on the mirror. When a lady comes in and is standing now in the door opening. But if you want to know what's going to happen next, watch the episode yourself. What I can tell you about the first story is that the Elvis impersonator, he got in a kind of a car accident, went back in time to 1953, and when he was at the side of the road, Elvis Presley stopped and gave him a lift to Memphis. But Elvis later died, not due to why he died in real life, but because he had a kind of a fight and he ran into something sharp, kind of killing himself. Eek. Overall, the story was a good story. I enjoyed the story. The second story was rather alright. I can't remember what the second story was about because I watched it yesterday. Sorry. And I watched a lot of shit. that said, I'm also going to leave that. Watch the episode yourself. Overall, this episode was a decent episode, so I give it a 3.75. So I watched the episode yourself. The first story was definitely the better story. Subscribe to the channel, leave likes, recommend a good show down below in the comment section, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, tomorrow, Gladiator 2 and second episode of the Twilight Zone. Monday, you won't get an episode of the Twilight Zone or a movie, because I'm going to Jeff Dunham, the ventriloquist. He's coming to the Netherlands, to Rotterdam, so I'm going to see him with my mother, because she made me, she brought Jeff Dunham in my life, you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I can't find the right words right now. But I'm gonna leave to that. I'll see you guys next time.